Shit is crazy, right?
Shit is crazy, dude.
Yo.
This shit is fucking crazy.
Crazy?
How old are you, man? 20?
I used to be crazy once. What's
They
going
locked
on,
me in
man?
a rubber room with rats, and rats make me crazy.
You know, hold on. I know it's a saying for that, bruh. Fuck, I can't remember it though. My friend had told me the other day. Shit, but it's cool though. Fuck it. How's your day going?
Wait, you're saying
shit.
you're saying like that kind of phrase where it loops. There's a saying for that. Okay, I see what you're saying. Are you fondling my planets?
Yeah, you know, I like the roundness and the curvature of your planet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You could put a ring on my finger like a Saturn. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
So what you trying to do? You trying to do something that like?
What am I trying to do? You know what I'm realizing? You know what I'm realizing is I am comfortable in my uncomfortableness. Is what I'm realizing.
What the fuck? Bro, what does that even mean?
Does that make sense?
Bro, nah, you gotta explain that one, cuz. What the fuck?
You're comfortable in the uncomfortableness, man. You know? Like,
hold on, I got a question for you.
Shit is meant to. There's shit in your life throughout your entire fucking life that's going to be uncomfortable, and if you can be comfortable in that uncomfortableness, then I feel like you can get through things better. Does that make sense?
Yo, my boy, he kind of spitting right now. Why he kind of spitting right now, bro?
Is someone in the room with you?
No, I do that a lot. I just bro, shut your ass up, bro. Like, why you asking too many questions, bro?
Oh, okay.
You asking way too many questions, bro. Oh yeah, you right. Shit. Damn, nigga, you made me forget my. Oh no, I ain't forget it. So look, I got a question, right? See, I'm a straight nigga, right? You know what I'm saying? But like, do you feel more comfortable talking gay to your homies, or do you feel more comfortable talking gay to your homies more than flirting with a girl?
Let me think about that. the way I see it, all right? You know, I'm not just gonna walk up to a girl and flirt with her, but I'm also not just gonna walk up to a guy and like homie flirt with him, you know? I mean, I'm in the same boat, I'm straight too, but this is what I always say, okay? If the boys and I are hanging, all right, we're gonna help each other. We're gonna do a little practice. There's gonna be some practice going on, all right? Okay, but then listen, okay? Because then when you're flirting with a girl, you know exactly what to do.
So, nigga, how the fuck are y'all practicing, bro? Y'all homie
you
face
help
down,
the homies
ass
out.
up and shit.
If you're homosexual, it's not gay. You guys are just helping each other out.
Hey, bro, let me just help you out real quick.
You were the one that reached into my head without asking and fondled my planets, and then you're gonna tell me I'm weird for saying that I'm.
We got the time though.
Oh shit! Well, I wish you the best, man. It was nice chatting.
Hey, shit, you too.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to the thing where we talk to people on a game filled with degenerates and some good people in between. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna spend forever yapping, but thank you guys for listening, and make sure to follow me wherever you're listening to this and enjoy the show.
You ever been to a thing called Burning Man before?
I've heard of Burning Man. What is Burning Man?
Yeah.
Burning Man is essentially this. What I've been described in many different ways. Some people say that it's a hippie festival. Other people say it's just a great activity to get to like meet random people and test your survival skills. Others say it's like an EDM concert. I think it's really what you make make of it, you know? Like, it's a big art place where people express themselves. They ride like monster vehicles or something, and they color them in art and all that shit. And it's in the desert, right? So it's going to be a very interesting time.
Yeah.
I'm going to my first burn. I'm what's called a virgin burner. I've never done it before, so it'll be my first time this August.
Are you excited?
I am very excited. I actually got invited to go out there with a couple of people I met in VRChat.
So it's funny you say that, because I was talking to another guy. He was a hippie sort of guy, funny enough, that has been to Burning Man, I believe. And it definitely interests me. Do you know, like, Electric Forest? I've heard Electric Forest is kind of similar in its own regards.
No, I've never heard of Electric Forest before.
It's a similar deal. It's more like focused on like EDM, I think, but it's like a psychedelic kind of hippie thing. But it's also more like if you just want to go to like see art and like see events and stuff, it's for that too.
It's going to be a very interesting experience because personally, I'm not a hippie or anything like that. Yeah. I grew up Catholic, very, very much conservative, very reserved, right? So it's going to be very interesting seeing. My friends were describing it a little bit to me, and they're like, they have like an orgy dome. And I was like, oh, that's cool. It's probably not my cup of tea.
Okay, hold on. They have an orgy dome?
I don't really
like. Is this like? Is this a joke, or is this like they actually have like a fucking like? When I think orgy dome, I think
it's not real orgies.
I think it. When I imagine it, I think it's like a dome of people, like a person pyramid, but it's like a dome, and they're all like tonguing
really
each other.
Tell you, but like I'd be shocked.
Meant to be a group, just communal thing where everybody gets together and just cuddles and just hangs out and talks and things like that. That's what usually
something like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
it's reserved for couples only.
I apologize. So. Yeah, so to intrude.
No, you're good.
No, it's okay.
We kissed in front of Joe Swanson's house.
People bring their kids out to Burning Man, right? So I'd be shocked if it was like in the middle of the open and stuff like that.
Okay, so Burning Man is like almost. If they bring kids out, it's a family-friendly thing.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. What? I have a little circle of hearing, and you were out of that circle. What did you say?
Oh, sorry. No, I just said most of them are for more families, just communal things. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Have you been to Burning Man?
Oh gosh, no. I'm too old to go to things like that. And when I was younger,
too old. How old are you?
Yeah, is there such thing as being too old? Like, can you go to Burning Man with like friends?
I feel like I'm too young.
No. See, my date of birth is actually unknown. It's complicated. I don't have a true date of birth. I was adopted, and they didn't write down the date I was born, so they just gave me a random date.
How do you celebrate your birthday?
Oh, they just gave me a random date. So they don't know when I was born, but they just gave me a date. And I was in a bad accident in '96. I was in a coma for 4 months in hospital for a year. I did neurosurgery and psychiatry, but I've got no memory before 1996 because of brain damage. So I had to start my life again. So I acted on my late 20s, early 30s. But mid last year, I turned 50. So I acted on my late 20s. So yeah.
Okay, wait. So I'm a little confused.
Years old physically, but you're 20 years old mentally?
Well, yeah, physically I'm 50. Even though I don't really look it, I had plastic surgery to get rid of the scars from the accident. I look like Kratos from the neck up. Like my eyes were down here in my cheeks. They had to take all the skin off my head to put my eyes back in. And once they did that, they sewed the skin back on my head. Anyway, and so I got rid of plastic surgery to get rid of most of the scars from the surgery. And because of that, as I said, severe brain damage, and so I have no memory before 1996. So I had to start my life again.
You'd be great at Burning Man, man. You're not old. There's so many people that go. There's like a 73-year-old woman that goes there. Apparently.
Yeah. I was being sarcastic when I said I'm too old, so I apologize.
Now, money, on the other hand, it is expensive.
Yes. Yes, I do know that. That's, yeah. So. But, no, I've only ever gone to one concert in my life, and she was filmed live. Down under, and it was so bad because she mimed, and the entire audience didn't clap didn't applause after the first song because we all just went, it was out of sync to the video. You weren't to the audio. Your mouth wasn't moving in time. We just went, what the fuck? And then Madonna, she put her hands on her hips and went, and so everyone went, okay, yeah. And it was live. It was filmed live. It was live down under. And it was so bad. It was
Can I
shocking.
find this?
Pardon me? Can you... What?
Can I find this video, like, on YouTube?
Yeah, it'd be on YouTube, because you had to buy it, because it was her video that she actually marketed. But it'd be on YouTube. It'd be on YouTube, the segments. Yeah. So, again, sorry
before you continue, that I'm recording for a podcast. I just want you to know that. Is that okay?
Sorry. Of course.
And you are more than welcome to be in this discussion. I just wanted you to know.
Okay. Thank you.
If this guy's okay with it. This guy was telling me about Burning Man.
Yes.
And then, you know.
Then I intruded. I apologize.
That's okay. That is okay. Alright, I'm gonna... Oh no, go ahead.
Yeah. I was going to say I had a really funny... This whole podcast thing jogged my memory, because it's kind of like an interview. I had this... you gotta do this sometime. There's a lot of freaks on VRChat, right? And there was this one woman that I met. She's an older lady, and she had her avatar synced up to her Lush. So whenever she got head pats, or whenever somebody stroked her head in game, it would turn her vibrator on. So what I ended up doing was I ended up having an interview with her. And somebody was stroking her head, and we
had an interview with her?
I asked her a bunch of questions about like her life and everything while she was getting while she had her toy on. It was quite an interesting experience.
That sounds about right.
Wow. Well, the average user age of VRChat for the last 2.5 years has been 12, 13, so that's a bad thing. So, because you have to legally be 13 to play VRChat, but they let in 5, 6, 7-year-olds. So, because they can't.
Well, thank goodness they added like the age restriction thing, right?
And it doesn't do anything, because it's just their parents. It's just
and then they ask mommy and daddy to. You know.
Yeah.
I need a picture of your ID, Dad. Or they steal it and do it themselves when they're asleep.
Oh no, they just steal it. Yeah. So, not that I should say that children do that, because they should not do that, of course.
No, they should not.
So yeah. So I'll let you get back to what you're talking about. But pleasure meeting you both.
Pleasure.
So
yeah, it was nice meeting you, man.
Take care. Cheers.
Cheers.
What a cool dude.
What a fucking story. That's fucking crazy. Is your face melted and your eyes are down to your nose, Luke?
No. I would say my at best I have a crooked nose and maybe a deviated septum, but I've never had my face melted off before.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Is that something common?
Yeah, it beats me.
I've always, it does bring up like a funny story about how there's this woman who had amnesia, right? This basically the moral story is like, when you're meeting and talking to people, everybody is going to have a different perception of you because first impressions mean a lot. So there's this lady and she had amnesia. She lost all of her memory and she wanted to know more about like what she was like as a person before her accident, right? Before she lost her memories. So she asks her parents, and her parents say, "Oh, in the hospital." Her parents say, "Oh, you were such a quiet and studious girl, very lovely, very book smart, didn't stay out late, and very kind, right?" And then she'd be like, "Oh, cool, okay, that's the kind of person I am." Then she'd ask her friends, "What kind of a person was I before I lost my memories?" And they'd say, "Oh, you were a rascal. You were very loud. You were the kind of woman that would fight to protect her friends. You were very fun. party animal, whatever, right? Completely opposite description of what her parents said. She asked her boyfriend, "Oh, what kind of person am I?" And he just keeps asking all these different people of what the perception of them as a person was before they lost memory, and you start to realize everybody looks at you and thinks of you and has their own idea of what kind of a person you are in their head, based off of their interactions and memories that they've had with you. It's very, very fascinating. And you take it one step further, and even yourself, well, my name's Luke, so even as Luke, right, I have my own perception of myself. I have my own thoughts of what kind of a person I am, right? So it's very, very interesting to think about.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Because, yeah, like, I have a version of you, Luke, in my head. And it's a first impression thought, but it's this is my version of you. And I see you as a snowman with a red and black outfit with a little red and black hat with a blue stripe.
This thing's just happening.
But you know, you have friends and you have your family and they have versions of you in their head, you know. It wouldn't be a bad idea, I guess, to go around and ask people like, you know, what kind of person am I to you? Because yeah, it's the same thing with me. You know, there are versions of me that are not exactly how I perceive myself to other people. And everyone has that.
If you're interested in like this kind of thought, I'll share with you my favorite word. I don't know if you have a favorite word, but I just recently discovered this word, and it's become my favorite word. The word sonder. Have you heard of it before? Sonder.
I think I've heard like the word sonder.
S-O-N-D-E-R above my head there.
Sonder. I've seen the word. I don't know exactly what it means.
I'll read it out and I'll paraphrase it after. The realization that each person, including strangers, has a life as vivid and complex as one's own, despite often being unaware of it. So the idea is that when you're in the street, you might have a realization, you might sonder that this person that just passed by you on the sidewalk has lived for 40 years or something like that, and has had their own unique experiences with different lovers. Maybe they've had a heartbreak, maybe they experienced a death in their family, maybe they're just having a casual day workout, etc. But they've experienced this 40 years of complexity the same as you have, and it's that realization that everybody lives equally complex lives as you do, or as one does.
I sonder all the fucking time. I am a sonderer.
Absolutely. It's very fascinating to think about. I have another thought that came to mind. So, apologies, I'm in a yap fest here, but you know, you're the one that opened me up to this.
Dude, I yap away, man. All right, the floor is all yours. All right, I'm just here to respond. Oh, you are lagging a lot. You are like really laggy.
How long have you been around in VRChat for?
Oh wait, hold on, because I want to find a place. You know what? This place looks kind of cool. Horse Mountain, whatever the fuck this is. Sure. So sondering, right? Do you sonder a lot?
I mean, I personally don't sonder that much. Like, it's not something that, like, you know, you actively do. It's just I guess it's a concept that you understand. But I had a few other ideas that came into my mind. I was asking earlier about your experience with VRChat. How familiar are you with the game? When did you pick it up?
I picked it up in 2019.
Oh, so you've been around for some time.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you had the pleasure of exploring the different kinds of groups that are associated with VRChat?
In one way or another, yeah.
So
for the most part.
Personally, I'm quite new to VR. I recently joined because I was looking for something to do in order to get my social fixation, because, as you know, as humans, we're very social creatures. And after high school and college, I felt as though I have my family life now, and I have my work life, and I felt like I was missing that third social group. And I felt like I wasn't getting my fix out of the video games that I was playing, so I started looking for VR through VR to go to. And as a young man, I'm 23 years old now. Oh God, I'm getting old.
I'm 24. Don't worry about it.
I started to like realize like the degeneracy. Like I surrounded myself a lot around degeneracy, and I was like, this isn't what I want. This isn't what I need. So it's really tough in VRChat specifically because you have a lot of trolls, which is like on the internet, it's what you expect, but you have these fucking safe havens, these paradise groups where it's like just an amazing experience, an amazing time to be around, and they do activities and social
hold on,
games
I want to stop you really quick because I have a take on paradise groups because I have been through many different groups. Paradise groups are a temporary thing because at some point or another, especially in VRChat, you know, people come and go, you know, groups grow, they shrink, they split. In paradise groups, if people are like not even just in VRChat, but just in general trying to find like a group of people to be around, they have to understand, and if they're trying to find a group that is like, oh, these are like, I'm meant to be with these people, and I'm meant to, you know, these are gonna be the people I'm with forever. I don't really think it works like that. You know, I think that,
I would agree.
Yeah, I think that there are waves where, you know, a friend group is hanging out a lot, or a friend group is, you know, they're distant, or they split off, but then it's, I guess, you know, it gets complex, you know?
I've had those moments, absolutely. Not just in VRChat. I mean, in general. I used to when World of Warcraft Classic was around. I used to be a guild leader, and I met a lot of great people through that game, and I still talk to them to this day, but not nearly as actively as when I played the game. Right.
Have you ever met any of these online friends in person?
Yes, I have actually. Just recently, I actually met a very lovely lady. She's like,
Ooh.
"Yeah, I live in the area." I'm like, "Oh, cool." And no, she wasn't like a psycho or anything like that. Thank God. We went on a hike. It was very lovely. We got lunch or brunch or whatever you want to call it, and a very lovely day. I actually, it went really well. We're actually doing a board game cafe again this upcoming weekend. So looking forward to that.
Oh, very nice, dude.
Yeah, I've met a few friends from back when I played League of Legends. I don't talk with those people anymore, unfortunately. There was a falling out in the group, which is kind of funny because it was at the time when I was going. It was in California. I live on the east, and I was traveling to California for a
when you say you live on,
tournament.
like you live on the East Coast?
Yeah, I live on the East Coast. I live in Ontario, a little city. You might have heard of it. It's called Toronto.
Yeah, a little city. Yeah.
Yeah.
I live in northeast U.S. I live in Maine.
It's not far. But I traveled there for a tournament, and I was like, "Yo, I'm in Cali. You guys want to meet up?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." So we went out to a Korean barbecue restaurant.
You traveled to California to a tournament? League of Legends tournament?
I played roller hockey.
Oh. Sorry, I got a little skipped up there. So roller hockey.
Roller hockey is very popular in America. You guys have a great team there. I played for the 14U and 16U teams, so that's 14 to 15 and 16 to 17, I think, if I'm getting that correctly. And I tried out for Team Ontario and Team Canada, and I made both teams as the star goalie. So that was a lot of fun. We won some. We took home. Team Ontario was a lot more competitive, because the provinces and states competing with each other is a lot more fun compared to the countries, because usually it's just America versus Canada.
Right.
In terms of the top performers. But it was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed my experience there when I went to Cali. Really fucking hot, I'll tell you. Holy shit. Like, because there's no, like, there was this outdoor arena.
Yeah. I lived in Colorado for a little bit.
And not only that, not only you're dealing with the heat and humidity and whatever, but I'm also a goaltender, so I'm wearing all of this armor, all this gear, and I'm basically baking inside of it, right? It's awful.
So this was outside. Like this
It
was
can be
out,
outdoors
this was
or
out on
indoors.
the pavement, or it was like in a gym or
Oh,
something.
so this is called it's inline hockey. So you get plastic floor, and there's like a plastic puck that you play with as well.
Oh, okay.
And it has like these little it like glides on the plastic surface. Yeah, I implore you to look it up. It's I don't do it anymore, unfortunately. Ever since COVID, COVID kind of stopped everything. But yeah, that was the only other time that I've met somebody in real life from online.
Where's my PO? Here it is. Sorry, don't mind me.
No. I but I was talking about paradox groups in VRChat, and the reason why I bring that up is because not necessarily like perfect groups. It's like, oh yeah, they were, but specifically about like there's so much that you can do in VRChat besides just like going into a black cat or going to a Just Be Club and like walking around staring at a mirror. There's like all of these other activities that nobody talks about. You can go and do yoga. You can go and do improv. There's drama. There's dance classes. There's all sorts of these other different activities that you can participate in. And there's recently what I've been getting into a lot is roleplay. There's this huge repository of RP servers where they create their own lore, or most of them, some of them do like Star Wars RP or other things like that. But they roleplay an entire unique universe where they create their own characters, create their own lore, and play it out in scenes. And it's the most amazing thing that I've ever seen. Very cringy at times because I'm still not comfortable with it. I can see I'm very shy when it comes to a thing like that. But something I have a lot of fun doing is putting myself in those uncomfortable situations and really trying to test my limit and see what can I do, or like how can I improve myself as a person, because like thinking on the spot, being in a character or something is not it's not something that comes natural to me.
It's VRChat is a great tool for, I guess, role play and stuff like that. Even like I guess if you could do it right, like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, but not just that, obviously, but like you can like create a world and like you can create worlds and characters and then act out certain things and have certain events go on. That's pretty cool. Is it pretty like linear? Like, do they set it up so it's like you're following kind of like set path, or is it more like you guys are like staying to a certain theme and just improvising?
Yeah, so with the RP servers, there is it is improv at its core. There are definitely kind of plot lines that are being followed, and you might have an idea of how your character is going to develop. These worlds, or the world or RP group that I'm called, is called Eden Lost, and it's a very large server. Usually the instance gets full up every session. And what I've had the pleasure of I don't have my own character that I've created. I'm still just, dabbling in the whole idea of it. So what they offer is they give a chance for people to play NPCs. And essentially these are just characters that you can create up on the spot that you're not like tied to or like hold, like are very like important to the story, but you can still participate in the world. So what I had specifically for that role was I was a caravan assistant, or I was a caravan member, and essentially the city, the RP scene that was played out in this story was it's a academia / city like, and the whole world is in an apocalypse, and there's outside of the city gates, outside of these bubbles that they've created and tried to preserve, there's these things called magi beasts, and people that go to the academy are going there to train to be wardens, and then you have like this Professor School-esque thing. So there's like, when a session starts, they kind of have an itinerary where it's like, okay, this is where the world setting is going to be. This is what is on like the agenda. Go out there and play out your character how it would in the world, and you really get into character. Like some of the people, I do feel imposter syndrome some of the times where it's like I'm not worthy to be here, because the people that are participating inside of RP are phenomenal when it comes to them. They're really good at expressions, voices, movement. It's a treat to watch, really.
Do these guys like? Do they film all of this as well as they go through? Or
it's
live stream it?
massive. Yeah, they're big on Twitch. I was looking at some of the people that were participating, like some bigger names, and they had like hundreds of viewers. Like I saw,
oh wow,
one of my friends, Oblivion, was at 120. Well, I wouldn't say friends, I'm acquainted with them. 124 viewers on Twitch, and I was like, whoa, okay, so there's actually a pretty big scene here. My friend Panda, she started streaming for their group. She's also the one that got me into it, and on her first like VOD, her first clip, it had like 700 views. And I was like, holy shit! Wow,
yeah, that's crazy.
It really blew up. Yeah, so there's a big scene for it, which is very interesting, and people get really invested because it's like they almost like have like this affection towards the characters that they create, right? I think probably, like, I always think in my mind, it's very difficult to put yourself into a different character because like, let's say that you and I are in a scene, I like you, but what if my character is not supposed to like you? It's really hard to kind of put up that wall and be like, oh, I have to hate you now, or like we're enemies, or we're friends, or without like breaking character, right? That's at least the part that I'm struggling. Is like you almost want to have like a split personality there.
you want to because I like, it seems like you like the acting side of it all. Like you like the you like getting you want to get more into character, you know.
Yeah.
I would love to like dabble in like voice acting and like acting and stuff. I like going to Audience Anarchy, you know.
Oh yeah.
Because that really gets you to. I feel like that's a pretty decent practice to like try and get into your character. Mm-hmm. Especially if you want to keep it all in VRChat. But yeah, I feel like the biggest tackle is kind of letting go of who you are and becoming that character. You know, I'm no professional trainer in acting. I don't do any of that. I trim pretty flowers for a living, so I don't know how any of that works. But
you could get a VRChat garden, or you could be a role player that gardens or something like that.
I like it. All right, I'm gonna do that.
I had VRChat. It's been such a blast. I'm gonna pull this up really quickly because I thought it was very interesting. I don't actually know if they made this post, but one of the groups that I'm associated with that I've been really enjoying participating in is called IMPROV Night. I kind of known what IMPROV is. This is on VRChat, yes.
Oh.
So they're a group of people that host workshops every Wednesday and Saturday, and it's meant for like beginner or all levels, so beginners or advanced or whatever. And they're great. They have amazing teachers that will run the class through some improv activities.
Is it like improv KNIGHT? Improv
yeah, like
night?
Knight as in like a knight in shining armor.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. I've been interested in getting like more into improv and stuff. I feel like that'd be fun.
Well, there you go. Here's your opportunity right there.
Thank you for showing me that, man.
They have their next workshop is this Wednesday. So there you go. Hosted by our lovely Panda. Panda's hosting it. There you go.
Nice.
I'm trying to find this video. I don't know if they posted it, but there was this group. I can't remember the name now. It doesn't seem like they have posted it. But there was this not a podcast, but it was a whole studio, and they essentially had gotten people on and to interview about like their different groups and stuff like that. So I just randomly popped in my head. I was like, wow, that's like a really cool way to learn more about what kind of activities are going on in VRChat. Because I find that part of the problem isn't that there is nothing to do in VR. It's just difficult to find these sorts of groups and connections in order to participate in. Like, the only reason why I was able to find IMPROV Night, for example, was because I knew in my head I want to try improv, what better way to try it than like online? It's much more accessible.
Yeah.
And I just type improv into the group finder, like the group search thing, and it was the first thing that popped up, and I was like, okay, fuck it, let's see if this.
Have you been part of those improv night events?
I've been consistently going to them for 3 months now. So for the past 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah, I participated in my first show 2 months ago. So every month, end of the month area, I don't remember, or mid-month or whatever, they have a show. So they'll ask people who want to participate, and then they'll have like a poster created, and they'll have a whole event set up for people to come out and watch the improv show. Essentially, like what people have been working on and stuff like that. This show that's coming up is it's kind of actually ties in the whole thing that I've been talking about here. They're having improvers face off against role players. So our host has invited some role players to come out and perform in the show this Saturday.
That's a smart idea, because like role players also kind of have to improvise, and improvisers
Absolutely.
also have to role play.
Yeah,
it's the same thing, and just in a different format. Really, that makes sense. Smart idea. I like that. Yeah.
It's so different. Like I can tell, like when I go on stage or when I participate in an improv activity to do like a game or whatever, I have the confidence of 1,000 arrows or whatever. I'm not shy. I don't shy away from anything. Like usually sometimes they'll give you like a character to play, or sometimes your scene partner might be like, oh, you're like an old lady or something, and you'd be like, yes, I am an old lady, or yes, I am an old lady, Sonny. And like I can just go with it, I can just run with it, right? But in RP, it's so much different, because it's very much more long form. You have this character that you have to play, and there's mannerisms that you have to follow, and you want to go and default into yourself. At least that's how I'm finding it. And I think maybe the biggest problem is that I'm not comfortable because I haven't spent enough time inside of the roleplay world. Because I kid you not, if you join any of these servers, they have a channel, and it's called Lore, and it's literally pages on... There's a whole wiki page documenting the entire lore of this thing. So it's like I feel afraid to make a comment.
It's overwhelming.
Because I don't want to be that guy that like says something stupid because it doesn't fit into the lore, right?
Right.
But in improv, you can say anything you want and you just go with it, because everything you say goes. But in RP, it's a little bit more structured.
Yeah. You have a little more pressure on you, you know, in roleplay.
Yeah, absolutely. People are very positive and very accepting there, so it's not too stressful, like to participate and like be an active member, but it's definitely intimidating or overwhelming, as you said. I know I have talked with a few improvisers that have tried to get into the RP space, and that's definitely, I'm pretty sure they would definitely like echo the same thing that I say.
Yeah,
it's overwhelming and it's perhaps not their kind.
I'd be an improv guy. I like the short-term stuff. For sure.
They definitely do have the long-form improv. That definitely exists, but the games are very fun.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of different games. I know one of my favorite things to do whenever I get bored in VRChat, I'll go to like a Midnight Rooftop or a Black Cat, and I'll just be like, "Hey, you, let's play an improv game."
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, and there's like a lot of different games you can play. Like you've probably played like One Word Story before, right?
Yeah, like you both say one word. Do you want to do that right now?
Yeah, we can do that. Let's do a variation of it though. So instead of saying a one-word story, so we're like Once Upon a Time, we're going to be creating fortune cookies, and you can start it off however you want. But whenever you feel like the fortune cookie ends, snap your fingers and say so I, so I, so I, so I. Okay.
I have to say what? So I.
So I, so I, so I, and you snap your fingers. So I, so I, so I, so I, so I, so I, so I. It's a fun game that I played. I did it in person. It was a very fun variation because it's much more shorter and much more quicker burst. So,
okay.
For example, we can go and start. Don't
make
cookies
with
weed.
So I.
So I. Exactly, you got it.
I like that. All right. I'll start. All right.
And the person that ends it with so I starts. Yes. So go ahead, take it away.
Okay. Sometimes
I
will
destroy
everything.
so I. Alright, here we go. Metal
forms
with
that was a tough one. That was fucking stupid.
Nothing
Metal
stupid.
Forms
with
rocks. So I. I do like this. I just fucked that one up.
No, you just run with it. So I think one of the biggest things that I've learned in general is nobody knows you made a mistake until you admit to making that mistake. Unless it's obvious. Like I know I've been picking up the guitar lately.
Sense. You know what's funny? I was just about to say it's the same aspect as like you're playing an instrument and you notice a fuck up, but no one else does.
Nobody, unless it's like obvious, right? And everyone's like, this sounds so great, but yeah.
Right.
I've been trying to get back into it. I used to play it as a kid, and I'll tell you what. When you're, I don't know how you grew up, but I grew up with like I'm very fortunate enough to have a very loving and kind parents.
Me too.
Very privileged. But my biggest complaint, at least growing up, was as a kid, I'd have my parents try to get me into different activities. So they'd put me in like taekwondo, guitar lessons, tap dancing, and all of these things that they put me into, I was like kind of not interested in doing. I only participated in them because they sign up for them and they want me to go out and do these different things. So I just went and did it because I was a kid and I was like, I gotta do it because my parents tell me to. And I wasn't very passionate about it. But now that I've gotten older and I've kind of like, I'm like, I have to start making my own decisions, I start to have a larger and greater appreciation for music and guitar. I'm like, wow, like, guitar is actually pretty fun when you do it on your own time. Or like dancing, like, holy crap, dancing is great, this is awesome. And it's like I'm kicking myself. It's like, why did I not do it as a kid? Why was I so uninterested in it? Just because my parents told me to? It's very fascinating.
Yeah, I was in a bit of a similar boat where like my parent, like growing up, obviously my parents, they signed me up for stuff. Like they signed me up for activities. I played a lot of like sports, so I was like soccer, baseball, football, stuff like that. Skiing, which I snowboard, but I mean, I still kind of do that stuff. But, while doing all that, I did floor hockey too, which kind of similar to going back to the roller hockey. But no, especially as you become an adult, you have to like realize that you now have to make these decisions. And I definitely had a moment of like, growing up, I was so lenient on my parents that it's like I never was, deciding my activities for myself until I was like a teenager. So, it's that kind of thing. And a lot of my activity choices were online because I was a chronically online individual. But I have recently strayed from doing that. And now all I really do is like VRChat and stuff. But I'm in a similar boat as you, and I want to learn guitar as well, for sure.
It's hard. It's hard. It's a lot of repetition.
Luckily, like, my roommate plays guitar and my brother, like, plays guitar. And my roommate's sister, so they're supposed to teach me. I hear you scruffling around.
It'd be really cool to be able to, I see other people, they're so talented with their instruments, and they, like, have, like, jam sessions, and just, like, start playing music on the spot. It's like, I could never do that. That's amazing, but, I have had, like, a greater appreciation for, like, arts in general. I know something, like, this is kind of more personal, but I've really been fascinated with kind of content creation. I'm not sure what intrigues me about it, whether it's like the idea of being in the spotlight or the creation where you can sort of express yourself and you're like share with other people like what you find comedic. I know one of my favorite things to do is like I have like this whole hard drive full of video of clips that'll take when I'm playing like video games, right? Because it's like I'll have a funny moment in a game and I'll be like, I want to share that with my friends, or I want to share that with somebody, and I'd be like, you know, what would be really funny if I added a sound effect, like, you know, you watch those. Oh, wow, I really say like a lot. Holy crap. You watch those videos, sorry, the filler word. You watch those videos of like memes. People are playing Repo, they're playing the game and they're adding the sound effects, the sound bites. One of my favorites is the what is it called? The subtle foreshadowing. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And like, that's so funny. Like, I could do something like that. I could make a video where my friend is gonna get subtly foreshadowed. And I did it! But I think, like, in general, like, I have this passion and this interest of content creation. I'm making a video. But what terrifies me is failure. Going out of your way and making that first step into the unknown. I have no idea what I'm doing. There's people that are way more talented than I am right now that can create a way better and way more entertaining video than I can ever dream of with my current experience. And it's very hard to be comfortable enough to be like, accept that fact and accept that, yeah, you're not going to be great. Your first video is probably going to be shit, but it's the action and the idea of going out of your way to practice and put yourself, like, I have this wisdom, but I don't have the application.
Luke, motherfucker, I was in the same boat as you, and it's funny because like I was daunting on that, you know, and festering that before I started doing this podcast, and then I was like, I don't have to do this podcast for anyone. I can just do it because it's fun to do. And I have, like, my first episode, I kind of I don't really like it. And it's not because I didn't like the people I talked to, it's because I, like, fucked up on the audio, you know? Or, I like, you know, I could have edited it a different way. I could have said things differently. But at the same time, it's like, this kind of almost stems back to different versions of ourselves. Like, people are going to see this, and they're gonna perceive it differently than I do. And my like roommate actually just like listened to like all my podcasts, and like they, you know, they kind of said similar criticism, but then they were like, it was still good to listen to. It was good. It was nice. You know, so you can't, and even then, like, you can't have these kinds of thoughts really fester your mindset unless, you know, it is good constructive criticism that you want to take. You know?
I really don't want to live a life of regrets. Yeah.
And I don't regret publishing these episodes. It's just, all right, like, I could have done a little better, but oh well.
I have this other thought. I'm not saying I'm gonna regret like doing the things that I want to do, but I'm saying I'm gonna regret not doing it. it's like that same thing you think about when you're in high school. You have that high school crush, and you're like, I'm too shy to go ask them, and then you end up regretting it for the rest of your life. It's like because you were too afraid to go talk to them.
And here's the thing, right?
Here's the thing that can happen.
Yeah, what's the worst thing that happens is they go, oh, ew, and then 10 years later you are, either with someone better or you're still figuring it out, and who knows,
I'll tell you what. I know you were saying about the friends and how you they come and go, the paradise groups of VRChat. Something I struggle with personally. So someone said this to me once: is that friendships are all about maintenance. A friendship will only stay alive and live if both people actually make an effort to maintain it.
Right.
And I feel so guilty because I would consider myself very socially awkward. Other people would disagree. I think I am. And the reason I think I'm socially awkward is because I've never really understood how to maintain a relationship with somebody or maintain a friendship with somebody. I've had people come and go out of my life, but I've never had, I always, I talk to my parents, especially my mom. She has, so many people, so many friends that she talks to that she met all the way back in high school. I don't talk, I don't talk with anybody that I met, last year. Everybody in my life is, come and go, and it's very difficult because I don't know. It's either two factors that are playing. I'm very big into self-reflection. I think self-criticism is really important and being able to adapt and understand why something happens. And there's two things that I believe the reason why this is happening. First is I'm just lazy. I'm not giving that's just, you chalk that up, lazy or whatever. Or the second is that I don't have the tools in my tool belt in order to actually be able to maintain a long-term friendship with somebody, because maybe I'm afraid of keeping people around for a long time or something. Maybe it's just difficult to connect with people.
Well, it depends on what you not necessarily what you define as a long-term friendship, but do you have friends from school that you still talk to and hang out with?
Oh, absolutely not. I wouldn't even talk to them if they wanted me to. Everyone that I met and went to school with were complete assholes.
I was gonna say,
dickheads.
Besides that part, because I have one buddy of mine from 7th grade that I still talk to, and it's not even I talk to him. I talk to him, at the very least once a month, But besides that, you and I are very similar in our families and our perspectives on all this. I just wanted to point that out.
I asked my dad about our living situation. One of the things he said to me, his biggest regret, he was very happy with the house he bought and everything. Because I'm curious how he lived his life, right? So I talked to him about it and I asked him how his experiences, everything. And he says his biggest regret was not necessarily the location. The location's fine, but he wished that he had moved to a better community or a more social community, or he wished that he had put me in a different school, because I had a lot of bad experiences at that school. I wasn't I wasn't bullied to the level that some other people are picked on, but I was definitely an outcast, and that's something that he had regretted in life. That's probably why I also developed such a strong internet culture to get away from.
Yeah, I was an outcast for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucking hated school. I struggled in school. I didn't want to be there. Yeah, I was in the same boat, man.
And here we are today, trying to fix it. I like to think optimistically, and I like to think that people just didn't want to be my friend because they couldn't think on the same level that I was thinking at.
Yeah,
it may sound a little bit arrogant, but it's what keeps me. It's what helps me sleep at night.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's you can't dwell on the past to build your future. You have to you have to use, you have to go through the experiences you've had that you've learned from and use that to then decide, all right, how am I going to go about my next social situations? That's what I think, at least.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be vulnerable with you for a little bit, it's definitely been a learning process, because one of my first
and you're 23 years old. There's so much time.
I'm young. I've got lots to experience, but there's definitely some development that needs to be had. But what I was saying is, in high school, I had my first love, right? I had my first crush. She was my first friend and my first lover, right? And something that I think that I struggled with developing was the idea of friendships, because I grew extremely attached to this person, because it was my first sign of like having any sort of affection in my life, right? And that kind of, maybe it overwhelmed me or whatever, and I applied that to anybody that gave me a hint of sort of appreciation or valued my time, I would become obsessive with. And it was really hard to unlearn that that's not normal.
You and I are the same fucking person! Dude. Yeah, or you'd be like, oh, this girl hangs out with me, so she must like me a lot. And it's like, no, that's just a friend.
Yeah, it's
I feel like a lot of guys and girls, when they're in high school and they're trying to get through it, that I feel like that's a big mentality people have had. Maybe more guys than girls, but yeah, dude, you're fucking preaching to the choir right now, dude.
I mean, I'm still learning. It's become difficult. I know I went to like this party this one time. I'm terrified of women. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, like I might have a front where it's like, yeah, it's great. We're vibing and whatever. But to me, it's like I'm very scared of like making people uncomfortable, or being annoying, or just being an overall nuisance to people. I want to be liked in general. And something that there's a few people in my life that I've met, and they live their lives without giving a shit what other people think. They have their opinions, and they keep those opinions even if it upsets somebody else. And I really admire that about them.
I'm definitely starting to get into a more like unapologetically myself phase. I hate saying that, but it's kind of true. I've definitely been a little bit more honest with people, but also still trying to find the line of like, I don't want to piss them off.
It's a balancing act, that's for sure. It's almost like you have more respect for the person for being honest. That's also the admirable part.
You're a people pleaser, and that's not. I am
very
too.
Much a people pleaser.
I am too. Oh, there's this guy I follow. Hold on. I want to give you this guy's account, and then I'll probably start to wrap up the discussion, if that's all right.
Of course.
I think if you go on Instagram right quick, look up, I think it's The People Displeaser. Yeah, The People Displeaser. And he talks all about, like, setting boundaries and increasing confidence, and, like, obviously not all of his posts are going to be defiant to your situations, yours as in anyone's, but, you might, if you really take the time to think through something, you might resonate with something that he says. And he does, like, courses and stuff. So that's kind of helped me a little bit. It's he might say something that I can't even think of anything on the top of my head right now, but he might have like something he says that sticks out. Like one of the big things I heard, not even necessarily from him, was it's this phrase, right? It's anxiety seeks certainty. And it's when, you are anxious to make people comfortable, you are then avoiding your comfortability in a way. because you're trying to seek out the safest path. It's pretty much like you're seeking out the safest path for something that hasn't happened yet. You know, like a job interview. You're gonna get anxious trying to go to a job interview, but then it happens, and you're like, all right, I didn't have to worry about that at all. So it's kind of a different way of saying, like, don't let anxiety control how you're feeling, because you can't possibly create a certain like perspective on what is going to happen, because it hasn't happened yet. And the same applies to social situations.
I'm not sure what it is for other people, but if I were to be critical, I think at the root of it, for me, the root is that I need to just love myself more.
That's true.
I think that if I, like you were saying, setting boundaries and like kind of respecting yourself and being a people pleaser and putting your discomforts, or putting other people at ease by making yourself uncomfortable. That's something that screams me, and like I think a part of the reason why I'm okay with that is because I'm like, I think that I'm not
comforting. You're comfortable doing that.
I guess so. I'm not sure, but that's interesting. I'll explore that.
Something I've been trying to do lately is like I have to be comfortable in my uncomfortableness, and I've been doing that a little bit better lately. And I don't know when you were born. I just turned 24. I'm a year older than you. So
I turned 23 in April.
Oh, word. All right, so yeah, I'm like just about a year older. But you know,
it's a long time.
It's just a process, and you gotta give yourself time, man. Anxiety seeks certainty, and be comfortable in your uncomfortableness. I guess that's all I can really say, man.
Anxiety seeks certainty. Misery loves company. What else you got?
Yeah, right. That's all I got, man. I'm no therapist. I just learned that in therapy.
That's good. You go to therapy. I should do that.
I went to therapy. And then I got stuff figured out where I could figure problems out on my own. You know, therapy should be a temporary thing, but that's a whole other discussion. It's a hot take of mine.
Another time,
Luke. Luke, it was nice chatting with you, man.
Are you too, Jake?
I feel like you and I are like very similar in our upbringings.
I would agree.
Yeah. Do you have anything you'd like to say before we depart?
Wow, putting me on the spot here. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to talk with you. Besides that, I hope everybody who listened enjoyed hearing me yap.
I like hearing you yap, Luke. I think you're a cool guy.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. It means a lot.
All right, Luke. Well, yeah, you have a good one, man. I'll catch you later.
Ciao, ciao.
Nice.
Thanks. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing alright.
Very good.
My boyfriend said he really likes that avatar.
Tell your boyfriend I said thank you very much.
He said thank you very much. He was just walking by.
Can he see me?
He can't right now, but he could before.
Can I talk to your boyfriend?
Smoke. Yeah. Hey, babe, do you want to talk to him?
If he said no, I'm gonna be very
No, he said okay. No, you're good.
Okay.
What's up, dude?
What's good, dude? How are you?
What's good? Doing good. I'm gonna take a hit while I have you in my ears.
Fuck yeah, dude. Do you want to press this? Do you want to press this button on the side when it pops up?
Extend the time, my love.
What do you got? You got flour? You got a joint? You got a cart? What do you got?
I have a gravity bond.
Ooh, Very nice.
I have a student glass gravity bond.
I've never used one of those, and that's because my tolerance is so fucking low that I would, like, have a huge panic attack if I did that. But it is cool.
Yes, sir. That hit was for you.
What strain you got?
I got no fucking clue what this strain is.
Oh, okay.
I think it's it might be indica.
What color is it?
What color is it? Green and slight purple.
Okay. Does
Like
it have a lot of
deep
trichomes
green. Ah. She's saying it's got quite a bit of orange. I'd let you know, but it's all ash now and does not look like it should.
That's okay. What is it? What's its terp profile? What does it smell like?
Heaven? I do not know. I'm so sorry.
Okay, that's all right.
Ooh.
I work at a grow house.
Questions. You work in a grow house? Of course you do.
What the fuck?
I work with weed.
Dude, that is sick.
How old are you, man? If you don't mind me asking.
I am 22, and so is my lovely lady.
Very nice.
Yeah.
How long you been smoking that reefer?
Oh god.
I'm not done talking to you.
17. Oh, I'm sorry. You are not done talking to me. I get it. But since I was 16, 17, I think she was much younger.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, if you have to go and do things, then I understand. But it was nice chatting with you, man.
Nice to chat with you too. I love the avatar. Have a lovely day.
Thank you, man. You too.
That's so funny.
Ghost Dog, I'm sorry I caught you at the very last second, but I wish you the best as well.
No, you're good. You as well. Have a great time.
Stay high, brother. Stay high.
Of course. I always will.
How's it going, man?
How you doing there, guy?
I'm doing good. What about you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I like your username, Manface. That's funny.
Thank you.
I like that.
I came up with it when I was 8.
How old are you now?
I am 19.
What can I ask you? What's a question that you wish you'd be asked?
Well, one that I like asking a lot. I've weaned it out a bit because I don't have enough time. But it's like, what's like a small thing? What button?
Button that's on the side here to extend time.
Oh,
we can't do it yet, but
yeah. One question that I like to ask, I think you'd probably like to ask, is like, what's a small victory that's happening in your life, or big victory, you know? Because people don't.
Manface, what's a victory that's happened into your life? What's a small victory?
Well, I just finished freshman year of college and I got pretty good grades, so that was nice.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What are you in college for?
I've recently gotten over some mental health stuff, so I'm feeling a lot better.
Nice.
Yeah. What about you? What's going on in Jake's life?
I ran around. My small victory is I ran around in the parking lot with my friends and made stupid. We acted out like all the video game shit, like GTA animations and shit, you know.
Oh, that's very fun.
As a grown ass man, you know. Here, press this button really quick.
Yeah. No, man, that's always fun. Yeah, and I like that question because people don't often get to talk about like a good thing that's happened in their life. You know.
And I think we need more of that. Like we need more of that, especially in VRChat.
Well, like I think it's definitely an interesting question because it's not asking like what's a major thing that happened recently, because not many people have major things happening at any given point. But like a small victory, just something that puts you in a good mood. You know?
Right. What are you in college for?
Cybersecurity. Did you go to college?
Oh. I went to college for 1 semester and then I dropped out.
No. Why and what'd you go for?
I went for marketing communications.
No, I understand why then.
Yeah, exactly. Need I say more?
No, you need not. I fuck with your avatar, by the way. I love it.
Thank you.
I've just been analyzing all the planets.
It's pretty rad.
Damn, you've tracking. Fuck yeah, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do this summer?
Work. I need money.
Do you have a job lined up?
Yes, I do. Next week I'm working at a before and after school daycare.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So that'll get me 30 hours for the next 3 weeks, and then I'll start a full 40-hour work week for the rest.
You know what's good about that too is you get like pre-dad experience, like you're getting the dad trial.
I don't want to be a dad, you know. But it's also like, you know, I can't like pick up someone's kid and be like, stop it, you know, because I do that to my kid. I just like pick him up, put him in air jail, and just
you
be
have a
like,
kid.
stop. No, I'd say if I did.
Oh, okay, I see. Well, I wish you the best, man. Oh, that was not a good burp. Hi.
That was not a good burp. That sounded like it hurt.
I was kind of trying to like force it out because it was like stuck, so I like was trying to get rid of it. You know.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that was a bad burp.
That might have been the worst burp I've ever done.
It's not the worst burp I've heard, but it's definitely not a good burp.
What is the worst burp you've heard? What did it sound like?
How the fuck am I supposed to do it?
What did it sound like?
It sounded like it hurt. It sounded acidic. It sounded like they were about to puke.
What's the longest?
I don't know who it was.
What's the longest burp you've ever done?
I'd say it would be like 5 seconds, probably. I don't really remember.
I timed my longest burp, and it was like 12 seconds.
Damn.
That shit was crazy.
I don't go for time. I go for power.
When you say power, do you mean like the loud, like
Yeah.
how loud it is, how bassy it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
I care more about the loudness of the burp than the length of the burp, you know?
I have scared friends with how loud I've brapped.
I think brapping and burping are two different things.
Oh, they call me the brap hog.
Okay. Do you fart a lot? Is that why?
No. I mean, when I say brap, I mean like loud burps. But I wish you the best, man. Hello.
Hello. Also, what the fuck happened to the floor?
The floor changes every round. Every half round.
This is a new floor. I've never seen this one before. It's almost like someone can
Like
spilled
water.
an entire thing of Kool-Aid on the fucking floor. Because of the
It looks like
coloration.
Pepto-Bismol.
It literally looks like Pepto-Bismol. What the fuck?
Well, if we have
happened?
heartburn, we're set.
Heartburn, nausea,
Indigestion, upset
diarrhea.
stomach, diarrhea, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have all of those right now.
Right. Jesus Christ, are you okay? Did you eat Taco Bell?
No. I didn't. I had 11 beers last night, and I think that was why.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, which actually, wait, hold on.
I've promised my friends something if we ever play Final Fantasy
Do you wanna press that button?
together. Yeah, we can.
Okay, so you promised your friend what?
I've promised my friends that do play Final Fantasy 14, the online one, that if we ever started Savage raiding, I would be the first one to order a fucking 12-pack of rum, and be the only one taking a fucking shot every time we wipe to a Savage.
Has this happened before?
No, I want to start savage rating, but I would definitely be the only one drinking.
When you do this, you should like go live on Twitch or like record it for YouTube.
I can't. I don't think I can because I don't think Twitch would allow it. Because
They
of their,
won't
like,
allow it if
drinking
you
rules.
like share, if you like show that you're drinking, but you can drink.
Can you?
You can like be
I thought it
drunk
was
and
against-
stream, you just can't show what you're drinking. You can't like have your camera up and be drinking.
Alright.
I
Well,
think.
I'd be a VTuber
And even if it was like, if you're like not really a streamer and like you're just streaming for fun and have like 20 followers, I don't think Twitch is gonna really care.
I have over 100 on Twitch. I just have to get the viewers.
I
and
still
the hours that
think
can be an
think
affiliate.
that they wouldn't really care. Yeah, once you're an affiliate, I would not do that, but
Even if
Why-
I did, I'd be a VTuber, so they wouldn't even be able to see anything anyways.
I mean, don't take my word on it. I don't know if that's correct, that you just don't have to show your
I don't know
drink,
either.
but I want to
but
say
I'd
that's
be a
correct.
VTuber
I know
anyways.
with weed that's the case. Like you can smoke weed and play, you just can't show that you're smoking weed.
Right. Just buy a fucking.
All right,
vape
get back
for
to me
that
when
shit
you
then.
like stream this or record this, and I will watch.
I absolutely will. It'll be a while though because I gotta get better internet and a better PC because this one's currently dying on me.
Oh, good.
Because fuck
Well,
my life.
I hope you can get a better PC soon, and then you can do your drunk Final Fantasy streams.
My drunk Final Fantasy stream.
Yeah. All right, I wish
Be
you the
fucking
best.
cider spider up here every time I fucking wipe. Just fucking drink a fucking bottle of rum.
I have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Hi.
How's it going?
You're laughing. What's so funny? I'm interested.
The last interaction.
Would you like to describe your last interaction, or do you want to just
I mean,
move
it
on?
was like only like 5 seconds, but yeah, that's up to you, man.
That's up to
Waiting
you.
for an email. Waiting for an email. I'm itching right now.
What email are you waiting for?
The fucking withdrawal from the casino.
The withdraw from the casino?
Yeah, bro.
Like money? Or like?
Yeah, like 1,200.
Oh, word, dude.
Yeah, those plinko balls were hitting.
That's good. Are you talking about the like digital casino thing that you can like open up?
Yeah,
or
like
whatever?
online gambling.
Is that going well for you? I mean, you just got $1,200, so it sounds like it.
I put 150 in, and then that's what I pulled out. So I technically made like 1,050.
Yeah.
But basically, like I think my like full year round after this withdraw, I'm up 1,700. That's over like the course of a year. So like I ain't no like fucking Steve will do it or nothing.
Just be careful, you know.
Oh, dude, I took everything in me to withdraw when I had the 1,200, and like I got it down to like 900 for a bit. So like, you know, I think I'm doing alright.
Yeah. Well, I wish you the best, man. Good luck with your gambling.
Thanks, man. You have a great day.
You too. Hi.
Do a podcast.
I do a podcast. How old are you? 19?
You're.
Do you want to be on this podcast?
I don't know. What to talk about?
We talk about, I just talk to random people in VRChat. That's pretty much it. And then I like mash all my conversations together. Kind of boring. But I just do it for fun. My question for you, kind and tired, is does music move you?
Occasionally.
How so?
If you're meaning like when I'm moving bodies, like dancing and having a good time.
Whatever you
usually
think.
when I'm drunk. If it's not like emotionally move me, whenever I'm feeling strongly about something, and then I listen to a song that really like attunes to that, or just like matches the energy that I've been, like the way I'm feeling and all that.
Yeah.
It moves me to tears. Anyway else, I have no idea. Like that. Yeah.
Is there like a specific song that really like hits you emotionally?
Song called "Fuck This Town."
Who's it by?
That one. I don't remember.
All right, I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna listen to it.
The name. It's a short song, but it's
Fuck This Town by Glay something. Alright, we'll listen to that later. Hello guys, before we get into the next discussion, I just want to give a brief disclaimer that this next discussion is going to be a little chaotic because like half of it's recorded in a public world and the other half is in the private world. So the first half of this discussion might be a little chaotic. So just a heads up.
Yeah, I'm introducing my friend here to the lovely world of VR. So
Nice. How long have you been playing?
not long.
What is? Oh, okay. How do you like it so far?
Yeah. Good.
Nice. What have you done in these past 2 days?
Mainly just
Look
search
at models,
avatars.
search for avatars. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Good portion
Now
of
it's-
time on Prismics.
Now it's time to mingle with the people
Yeah.
Yep.
and get fronted with fentanyl deals and stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Fun stuff.
Yep, it's trial by fire, you know.
Yeah. So what about
I
you?
should wait a little bit though. Oh, I've been playing VRChat for a long time. I don't play like consistently, but I've been playing since before fucking Uganda Knuckles was a thing. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, before VRChat had a integrated account system. I'm happy they did that. Finally.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
this guy's in good
consider
hands.
myself a veteran, but yeah.
This guy, you're properly showing him what to do.
I hope so. Do you have any tips for my good pal here about the land of VRChat?
I would say, if trolling bothers you at all, which it doesn't seem like it does, but if someone really pisses you off, all you have to do is not react and just mute them or block them, and that's it. No reaction, you know, and that's it.
Yep.
And then yeah, if you come on here solo, don't be afraid to just walk to a crowd, because the worst thing that's gonna happen is people will just not talk, and then you find another crowd. So, and you'll never ever meet them again. So.
That is so true. Because honestly, like in one world alone, you can find at least like 2 to 5 groups. But like that's being like generous. Like there's usually so many people, and if all those people somehow don't shake out, there is like a million instances of just this world, right? So like, and you're probably never gonna meet any of them ever again. So it's just like, you know. And if you do, you probably won't recognize them because everyone changes their face like 24/7. Oh yeah, did you know there's pole dancers in this game?
Yeah, there are.
Oh, I'm yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah. Yep, just straight up. What the fuck?
And then they have an actual pole in their fucking room. Oh, I'd pull a hernia in like 5 minutes of trying to do that shit.
Oh, I wanted to say though. Yeah, so like anyone who's been like shithead in this game, like I wanted to expand off of what you said. Like all they want is reaction. That is the antithesis of it. That is.
Yeah.
So like, but it's so
But it's
easy
fun to
just do nothing. And
like what's happened here. It's fun to like play along with it and like fuck with them back.
Yeah. Yeah. You warm up to it eventually.
There is a justice in messing with people in this game, I will say.
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm not very confrontational, so
Yeah.
That's fair.
yeah. I'm not really the trolling type. I'm kind of just like the chill out kind of type.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm an even blend.
That's good too.
I'll fuck
Nothing
around
wrong with
if it's
having
funny.
fun.
Exactly.
I'll fuck around if it's funny, like you know, with this thing, but like, I'm fucking. And like when people are actually, you know, being like jokesters or whatever, but so if someone's being like, you know, actually like shitty, then it's just like there's no point.
Yeah. Are you two like local friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. So, how long have you guys known each other outside of VRChat?
Oh, it's been
2018. No,
2017. It's been earlier than that. I'd say 2016.
We met soft.
I thought, well,
no, it was.
I mean, like I knew you were around in middle school, but like.
Yeah, we didn't hang out until like 2017 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So you guys met in school.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of talked off and on, but we've been hanging out a lot more recently.
I mean, that's how friends are. Like, especially like, you know, the younger you are, you know, the more you're gonna go around friend groups and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So I totally get that.
Trying to help my good friend here network out, find some more friends. So,
I know, it's
because
good.
We live in a small town.
So you plagued him with coming into VRChat.
Yes, I've given him crack.
Practically,
there you go.
pretty much.
There you go.
Introducing someone to VRChat is the equivalent of like giving them like a heroin addiction.
Yeah, it's like a segue drug.
Yeah.
Trust me, I'm getting.
Once you start, there's no go. Once you start, there's no going back.
So what about you? How long have you been doing VR?
I want to say like 30 years or so.
Wow.
30 years?
That's not true. I'm lying to you.
I was about to say VR hasn't existed for 30 years unless you've been playing on fucking Game Boy Vision or whatever.
Yeah, technically it has.
Yeah, I have that.
90s.
So.
Yeah.
It just sucked up until recent years.
What was your first headset?
My first headset was the HTC Vive Pro.
Yes, dude. Hell yeah. Oh, the Pro? Oh,
Yeah. Hell no.
I was tempted by the Pro once upon a time as well, so I understand it, but like
I was wrongly influenced because I was playing this and I was like talking around to a bunch of people and I was like, what headset should I get? And there is split between like the Index and the Vive Pro, and then I, you know, the one last guy I talked to about it was like, yeah, you probably like the Vive Pro. So I was like, all right, and it was good. It was all right. It was all right, but like, yeah, like the mic sucked and stuff. But now I have the Index.
I heard horrible things about the mic.
Yeah, it's not great.
Doesn't the mic sound like you're just huffing helium?
It sounds like an Xbox 360 party chat.
Oh.
Pretty much. But like
So
worse.
it's good then. Oh.
Bro.
Like if you were talking through a phone into a Xbox 360 party chat. That's what it would sound like.
Bring it in. Bring it in.
Bro, yeah, I went from the normal vibe up to the index. Although I'll be the first to admit, this index is getting a little old.
Mine is too.
My controllers are starting to decay. My left joystick is fucked.
So wait, can you wait? So you what did you start on? Can you say all that again? Sorry.
Oh, I was on the Vive. So
oh, okay.
I just went from the Vive to the index, and that's all I've done.
Gotcha.
I didn't really fuck around with Quest stuff.
And of course now, like any long-term index user can agree that the more you use it, the more it just fucking deteriorates.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Alright, I gotta enable your model. You have like everything on your hands. What?
How old are all of you right here?
I am 23.
21 plus.
I'm 8.
Damn it, I can't.
I found a better one.
Thank you.
Oh, my favorite. Oh,
I'm 24.
Hey.
But yeah, no, dude, like, I just need to I think I need new controllers, and then one of my base stations keeps on like just turning off after like a day.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, true.
You need that Jimmy cart.
that South cart.
That Jimmy cart.
That cart Oblivion.
Get a load of these freaks.
Isn't it beautiful? A woman exists in this game, and
Imagine putting like
they make an orb around them.
Imagine putting like a 13th century like child into VRChat.
I think they'd have a seizure and die.
No, I think you should put a caveman in VR and just see what happens. That's what I want to know.
We gotta get some guy from like deep northern like Greenland who's like never been on a computer or looked at any screens. Didn't see his reaction.
You gotta get one of those guys. You gotta get one of those guys from North Sentinel Island. Just put a VR headset on.
Yeah, I was trying to think of that, but I couldn't. I couldn't remember.
Something like that. We're thinking of the same thing, right?
Yeah, the island there's like no other. They don't have any outside human contact. They're very primitive and like kill anyone that approaches.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we should just kidnap one of them and just give him a VR headset. Just see what happens.
I agree.
True.
That would be interesting, nonetheless.
Okay, so I don't drink alcohol, so I need you guys to hear this this take. So one of my friends thinks that Kirkland brand rum tastes better than all rum.
I've never had Kirkland rum.
Yeah, I haven't had it enough to know, but they are regardless of what your favorite rum is, you have now set a line that no other drink can satisfy you but that one specific one. You know, you are now like you are now like how do I say this? You are now limiting your enjoyment on any other experiences with drinks because that's the only one that is good to you.
Have you guys seen Perry the Platypus?
Holy shit! They're fucking ass.
You're doing it wrong.
Yeah, get his ass.
You guys seen Perry the Platypus?
Oh, your model. You haven't enabled my model. That's fine.
No, I see the gun. I dodged it because I'm kind of cool like that.
Oh shit!
Some people would say it's fail RP, but I'm just better.
We'll go with it.
Look at this
Oh my god, bro.
I'm glad I don't owe you money.
It's like a D20 or whatever.
He's a freak, bro. Get some help. Go to AA.
I don't want to go to AA. I love alcohol.
Hey. Going on. Yeah, it was last night, man.
Oh, yeah. Hey.
Oh, yeah, I was wearing Yeet, I think.
This guy doesn't remember you.
Oh, okay, okay.
Nah, he does. He's my boyfriend.
Now I remember.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit.
What?
Oh,
That's fucking awesome.
what was that?
Oh, I like my dogs.
Yeah. They're awesome.
I love you.
Oh wait, talk to this guy. He'll sell you some fent. Talk to him.
Oh yeah.
I like
Who?
Fent. I like
That guy.
Want to send me fan?
Yeah.
Can you sell me heroin with a little piss in it? What?
Oh,
got that?
wait, no, not him. No, this guy. This guy.
Oh,
This guy right
him.
here.
Oh, him.
This guy
Oh,
right
what
here.
is that?
No.
Dr. House. Yeah, Dr. House. Damn. Oh, you tripped out. What is that fucking? What is that hoodie, bro? Does that hoodie say damn? Like, what does that even say? Damn. I need some heroin, bro. You shoot it up. Nah, no, I got Zell, man. Damn, you gotta switch in your pocket, Dr. House?
Shaking his
You really Oh shit! Hey, please don't lace me, Dr. House. I don't want you to lace me, sir. Seriously, man.
I'm selling fentanyl, so I think that's kind of part of the package.
But I want heroin. I never wanted
What?
fentanyl.
Oh, heroin.
What?
Dude, are you like 80, dude? Are you 80?
Hell yeah,
Smoking
man.
heroin? What are you old?
What do you want?
Oh, meth. You got some good old meth?
What is it?
Methamphetamine.
Meth, what do you like?
What?
100.
They gotta get down here too.
You gotta get down on this
It's all
level.
about the fentanyl.
Come here.
Bro, it's all
It's a
about the
secret.
fentanyl.
It's a secret.
You're not a real tweaker. You're not a real tweaker. You're not a real tweaker. You're not a real tweaker.
Alright, that's all I wanted.
Wait, I didn't hear what you said.
What the skibbity?
Oh. Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. He wants upfront payment on Cash App.
Yeah.
Hey, you like the vein, bro? Nah, bro, I can't be hanging.
Hell yeah. I sound like a veiny dick.
Oh damn. Hold on.
Bro.
Okay.
Anyways.
Is there something wrong with eating an extra large Snickers bar with a vein on it? Like a veiny ass Snicker bar? Nothing wrong with it, exactly. You're on your own, Dr. House, you bitch. Hey, Dr. House. You know what? I will say it to your face. Only real niggas like a veiny ass Snicker bar. You bitch.
Up, bro. You're not a real one. You're not a real one.
Bet you never had a good Snickers bar, pussy.
You're not repping
Whoa, chill.
Where's your family size Snickers bar,
I'll blow
huh?
your house up. I'll blow your house up. I'll blow your house up.
I'll blow your house up.
Fuck with me.
Don't fuck with me, dog.
I'll blow your house up. Yeah, you gotta go settle this with this guy in the back alley, man. You can't.
That guy, dude, he's fucking scary.
You can't fucking. You can't let that guy win.
What do I do though? Fuck,
You gotta
man.
stop him. You gotta
Some
stop
fucking
him before he goes to jail.
bullshit.
Pull out the fucking blicky.
Oh, he'll be scared of you when you look like that. Oh yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. I got a big ass headphone dent. Wanna see it?
Oh my god.
You laughing at me?
Oh. Holy fuck, bro.
Are you like laughing at me?
What?
What?
Are you like laughing at me or something?
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me.
This is why you join Public Worlds.
Yeah.
Makes things interesting.
Bro.
I have
people
all
show
of
up
this
like that.
recorded.
Fuck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But I mainly record to like do podcast discussions. And like
I see that.
and this is gonna be a fun one to edit.
Dude, I was crying watching them argue. Oh, that was so fucking funny.
I'm gonna blow up your house! I'm gonna blow up your house!
Holy
Oh,
shit.
man.
That was so fucking wild, bro. Woo. God damn. Whew. Yeah. Well, are you feeling fulfilled by your first public interaction?
At least somewhat. Yeah, it's been interesting.
I think if you really want to like try to a world that kind of forces you to have conversations with people is a world called No Time to Talk. In that world, you if you go, it's like one-on-one conversations, but if you're not vibing with it, you can just leave and then like go to the next person.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It like it feels a little gamey in my opinion, but
Yeah. I met my best friend on No Time to Talk, and like we've done 2 years worth of like group meetups and stuff on that. But
that's cool. That's
yeah.
cool.
Like all young people, you know, you make friends and then life gets in the way, things happen, and then you don't talk as much. But,
Yeah. Dude.
But yeah.
Yeah, but you just slowly let people accumulate, and then you're stuck in the middle of a shitstorm, usually, like that.
Usually what happens, yeah.
Do you guys understand, like, right here? Every world I go to a different spot, and then I, like, at each episode.
Okay.
So this is, like, the world, and the mountains in the background and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright, bro.
But yeah.
If you're gonna be, like, recorded, I'm gonna use my main, then, probably. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
Do I sound fine?
Yeah, you sound great.
fine. Yeah. Okay.
Him. There we go.
Do we want
Model
to?
I've actually
Do we
put
want to
together by
start
myself.
all the way back, or do we want to continue where we left off? I'll do whatever.
I don't know. How happy are you with what you have before?
That's all right. I'm content with what we have. So we talked. So you guys are local buddies. You met in school.
Yeah.
And you guys are close enough that you guys hang out every so often. And you go to college for IT.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm in cybersecurity. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm halfway through, bro. It's man, fuck. College is hard, but
It is hard. Yeah, it's a lot. Here, I'm gonna sit down actually. Get cozy.
okay. This is my friend's basically first time just like actually like really talking to people outside of us just being in a private world, so
Yeah.
yeah. Pretty cool. Like one of my favorite things about this game is like almost every time I get on this game, like it's never what I expect. Like something new always comes up.
Do you like are you usually going into like public worlds and stuff? Like you're not bound to like a
I'm feeling
group?
spicy, yeah.
Yeah.
I think VRChat is best played when you like get to the point where you're joining like Friends Plus type things. In my opinion, just because like in that way, you can you can be in like communities where you can like network and like people are there more to like talk and like be genuine instead of just like shitpost all the time. Well, that does have its place. It's
Right.
like.
Are you taking notes, Sugar? I agree. Starting VRChat's tough, but like once you get like a friend group going and you're in Friends Plus worlds and stuff, you kind of then go on to like different friends that you meet, and stuff like that, just through those friends. I don't know if that made sense, but
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Anyways, I've been talking about me, what I do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, sure. I was gonna ask you, what is life outside of VRChat for you?
I basically work just 2 jobs. I just hustle,
Yeah. Can I ask, what are these 2 jobs?
I work for FedEx Ground as my part-time job, and then the other job, although I'm not gonna say the company, just for for non-disclosure reasons, but we build testing equipment for like the semiconductor industry.
Oh man. Oh, that's pretty cool.
So we play a really big role in the tech industry. Yeah.
And would you say that's
I
like
think his job is so cool.
that's like manufacturing work.
Well, it's complicated because, well, you see, there's different parts. So we just build testing equipment. So there's other third-party companies that build the actual hardware and electrical stuff that tests. Do you know what wafers are? Like silicon wafers, the big. Yeah. Are you familiar with those?
I think I do, but I think you should explain them anyways for the podcast.
Well, so basically is that there's like chiplets, and these wafers, these are the chips, these are the physical chips, and then they get put in different package types depending on what they need. And so basically the machines we build they pretty much do the heavy lifting, and we just have these things called test heads that sit on them, and the test heads are made by third parties, and they pretty much just control all the electrical stuff. What they do is that they probe each individual silicon wafer, aka it's called a die, and then they test it and see if it works, and if it's faulty they'll discard it. If it's not, they'll move it to the next packaging process. And so yeah, it's a pretty sophisticated, crazy job.
What is your role in this whole operation?
I am pretty much just a fabricator. So basically, so like I said, we build the machines that do the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
And so we pretty much deal with a lot of metalworking, because the test heads they can weigh hundreds to like thousands of pounds. And so, yeah, our machines basically just hold the test head. So they're called manipulators. I don't know if I mentioned that, but yeah, they're just manipulators is what they're called.
Okay. Do you like what you do?
Oh yeah, I love what I do. Mm-hmm.
Nice. How old did you say you were? You're 22?
23.
23? Gotcha. And how long have you been working at this?
It's been, I think I started back in July, August-ish. I can't remember when exactly, but yeah, around there. So I haven't been there too long, but yeah, it's been great. I like working there. I like the people. It's great. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, this seems the way you talk about this, it seems like you are it seems like you're going to be here for a while. Like this is going to be your career.
Oh yeah.
Nice, dude.
Maybe not my career, but like since the job requires a lot of metal work, I wanted to eventually get into like metal working in the very direct form. So
like you wanted to do like CNC stuff, like
yeah, kind of like that. Well, more like hands-on. Like I really want to do welding, specifically TIG welding, because that's what makes money. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
you can make some beautiful TIG welds.
Do you live on your own, or are you like do you live with your parents?
I live with a roommate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because rent's pretty expensive.
Oh my god, yeah.
And so,
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
2,000
yeah.
a month, and we have to split it.
Dude, right now, at time of recording, holy shit, in the year of our Lord 2025, dude, holy shit, there's just everything's so expensive. It's rough going going through college during this time is fucked up.
I know, I'm sure.
So, yeah.
Would you
Yeah, are
say that you have like a specific like route you want to take? Like, do you have like a specific company you want to be in,
Oh.
or like in your
Oh.
studies? Like, is there like do you have like an end goal? I guess is what I'm trying to say with your
yeah.
degrees.
So I mean, like, yeah, I'm in. So cybersecurity is kind of my jam. At least I'm trying it out. I don't, I've already had one thing kind of fall through, on my own. But so like, we'll see when I get there. But ideally, I'd like to work for a international company someday because I want to. I'm thinking about living in Japan, but but I don't want to work for being Japanese work culture because there's a lot of really shitty stuff with that. That's a whole rabbit hole. But anyways, so if I can work internationally for cybersecurity whilst living just somewhere remotely, that would be great. That would be perfect. But
Yeah.
I don't. I'm currently, shaking the career out. I'm gonna be going to Japan here soon.
Have you been to Japan before?
No, I haven't. I actually have.
Is Sugar going with you?
No. I have another best friend that's just
Gotcha.
that's going with me. So we're 2 weeks. Gonna give it a shake. Hopefully.
Nice. Very
so,
nice.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like
You could almost use this trip as like a testing the waters kind of thing,
Yes,
and
yes,
get your
that's
vibe on
its
it.
purpose,
And
yeah.
you have to also consider the factor of like, yeah, you're visiting and it's kind of like a vacation, you're away from home, but then you have to also think of like, what is it going to be like to live here, you know?
I'm trying to shake off the rose tinted glasses or whatever. I've been trying to like keep a very grounded eye as to like what Japan is really like and stuff, and because like it's especially hard with Japan because a lot of their they've been actually shifting towards a tourist economy recently, and
right.
So because everybody's like, oh, check out the shrines, check out the this, and, because everybody's like, I'm sure you've probably heard at least one crazy thing about Japan, right? One crazy place, one crazy thing, right? And that's what it's like. People want to go there and experience how different it is, and that makes it really hard to like kind of pierce the veil and just kind of see what it is as it is like for a place to be.
Right.
So, yeah. But yeah. So, yeah. In Japan, doing cybersecurity, that's kind of the goal I set a couple of years back. So, yeah.
You want to be a welder? Sugar.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Is there like a specific what am I trying to say here? Is there like a specific kind of thing you want to work on when you're welding, or is it more just like get your foot in the door and find wherever it can take you?
Basically, yeah, get my foot in the door, and I'm kind of more in it for the money because just because I've heard good things about people who do that type of stuff, and so it's.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
don't
yeah.
get me wrong. I do like welding. I did it in high school. I did TIG more specifically, but then, well, what happened is that COVID happened, and then spring break turned into summer break, and then I didn't get to finish the course, and yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah, graduating year of 2020 right here. Ooh.
Yep, both of us.
I was 2019. I just dodged it.
Wow. Yeah, dude, our graduation was a fucking like live stream, and that was clipped together from every. So they took a video of every single person, and then they mashed them all together, and then they streamed it. It was so lame. I did not.
Oh man.
I didn't even watch it. I'll admit, I didn't even go. I didn't care. I fucking hated high school.
Did you guys have a senior song? Like for your graduation? I would assume
Senior
not.
song?
Like so, during graduation, the seniors would like sing a certain song. That I had to do that. Yeah.
Ooh. I'm sorry.
We had to sing "Life Is a Highway" by Rascal Flatts.
Oh. Was it like a choir thing?
It was like the
Was
whole
it like
class.
a choir thing?
The whole class on the
Oh,
stage had to
that's
sing
awesome.
it.
Oh.
Wow.
Yikes,
Yeah,
dude.
that's funny.
How like were you in like a big city high school, or was this like
No, it was like a
rural?
class of like 110, I think, something like that.
I don't know how big our class was. We're like in a moderately sized city, so it's like
No.
it's still pretty small, but it's not like big. But like, dude, so usually, but like, I think what sucked the most about it is like, I'll admit it was kind of cheesy, and probably like none of my friends were gonna go to it. But like, did you have like a senior slough kind of thing?
A senior
Or-
slough?
Yeah, do you know what that is?
I don't. What is that?
So, it's like the school organizes like an activity night for all of the seniors towards the end of the school year. They pick a theme, and then they all gather together, and they dress up the school in some way, and then everybody has I think it's like a dance, and then like food and whatever. It's a whole thing, but just didn't
was that
happen.
like a was that like a overnight thing? Like people would stay
It was
overnight?
just a late evening.
Oh, okay.
So,
We did have like a graduation party afterwards, and it was like you would spend a night or something after. It was like it was similar to that. It was like
wow.
Like it was
That's
like
cool.
a dance event or something. I didn't go to it either, so I don't exactly know what it was. But people would like hang out and party. And
Yeah, we just straight up didn't have one because of COVID.
I can't.
But-
I'm grateful I like barely dodged that and like didn't have online classes or anything, because it definitely would have screwed me over for sure. But
Yeah, dude. Oof. What a rough time.
after you guys met in middle school, right? That's what you said.
Like,
no, it was high school.
High school?
We met in high school. We went to the same middle school, but I didn't
Gotcha.
talk to him. So
What was that like?
Yeah.
Going through high school together, like, was it you two with a big friend group, or was it more like you guys were one on one?
yeah, we had a group. Back in the day, we had I had assembled Discord server with like a bunch of our friends, right? This ye olde place we call the Bone Manor. It was just a fucking I don't know. It was some goofy idea I made when I was like 17 or 16 or something like that. But I had a lick of experience with just community administration, just with Discord servers before, and a teensy bit of TeamSpeak when I was very young, but so I was able to put this server together, and man, most unfunny place you can imagine. We were all teenagers. It was
Are you guys still in this server today?
It's not active anymore, but yeah, we're still in it.
We are in it, but yeah. Oh man, like all the bad things you can think of happened there. You know, there was, drama between friends in a toxic way. There was just like big old fights, that would happen sometimes. And then there was like, we had. I'm still a little ashamed to admit this, but the fuck.
I can see you with your hands going to the server and like look it up.
Oh no, I'm trying to fucking set my gestures so they aren't fucking with my face right now. Kind of pisses me off. I haven't even noticed. Can you just not? But yeah, whatever.
You can turn gestures off.
Yeah, I'm trying to, but every time I do, like, I think there's something with my trigger pull. Yep.
Oh, weird. Other hand?
Oh yeah, true. Wait. Yep. Okay. So the. Oh, damn! It's still happening. So strange. I'll fuck around with this for a while longer, but the I was ashamed to admit it, but the fucking we were all certainly minors, fucking having like our goddamn NSFW channel in that server. Holy fuck, bro. Like, where we were just like, we were a bunch of teenagers fucking sharing porn on there, and it was just how it was. And that server went through that transitionary period where like most of the server turns 18, and then there's still like some of them who are not, and it was like kind of like that moment that came up. Oh man, what a nightmare. That shouldn't have existed in the first place, but we were teenagers. It was whatever.
It was still
friends.
Fun while it lasted.
Friends share porn.
Yeah.
True friends share each other's porn. You hook each other up.
Yeah.
Okay.
True.
I mean, that's what I do with my roommate. Yeah. I don't see why that's not okay.
Damn, bro.
I'm joking.
It was just like I eventually had to make a whitelist to roll for it, and that worked for the most part. But dude.
So
yeah, I still can't I go back and I just can't believe that exists.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Outside of the Discord and stuff, what would you guys do?
Admittedly,
geocaching. We did geocaching.
We did do geocaching a bit. Whenever we
Wait,
could
finally. I want Sugar to explain this, if that's okay.
Oh yeah.
What up?
Hi.
Yeah,
geocaching.
Yeah.
You guys do geocaching.
Oh yeah, we went out a couple times. Yeah. And you know what geocaching is, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Would you ever make? Did you guys make money off of it, or was it or were you able to keep anything you found?
No. So like geocaching, you just exchange little trinkets out of the box, right?
Oh, okay.
Maybe we should explain it. Just make sure you're on the same page, and so that everybody that's listening can know.
Yeah, for sure.
Geocaching is effectively a thing where people put little containers. It can be anywhere from like a pill capsule to like big old box, and the main thing it has in it is a log. And when you find it, you write it down in the log. On the app, it'll show where it is on the map, and you just have to go look for it. You get to the spot, and it's not precise, so you have to do a little bit of treasure hunting. That's kind of appeals to that little bit of a niche of like, ooh, finding secret little container. But you go there, you put your name in the log, you log it online, and then sometimes these containers will have little just stuff. I don't know if that's just a thing from where I'm at in the United States, but you put in a thing and then you take a thing out. It's kind of just like a stuff exchange. It's like enhanced hiking, effectively.
Yeah.
You get to pretend you're on National Treasure or some shit where it's like, oh, there's a thing here, and then you do all that. But
so
anyways, you were saying?
What was like the most interesting you found geocaching?
We found a floppy disk one time. In fact, you still have it, don't you?
I still have it. Yep. I just need to buy a drive for it.
Oh, so you guys don't know what's on this floppy disk?
Yeah, it's still hanging out on my desk.
I actually found my USB to floppy drive adapter.
Oh.
We could do that, yeah. We could find out.
It's a mystery.
But yeah, we found a floppy disk, so anything could be on it.
I'm wondering if he destroyed it though. I'm a little worried about that. It could not work just straight up, but hey,
don't know unless you try.
Still. Yeah, absolutely. The most interesting thing, in my opinion, is that where we went, there was Native American sightings. On some of the trails we went.
Oh, okay.
And just, we could go there and see some of those things, because geocaching will take you great places. It's just going hiking again, so it's just like
I totally forgot that geocaching existed. I mean, I always knew it was a thing, but like that's a really cool little like a weekend plan to do with friends.
Yeah, it's a great way to be active. It really gamifies it. So even if you don't, for some reason, if you aren't interested in the beauty of the world, you can just go to find your little goblin crate and open
Might
stuff.
as well.
The best feeling is when it's an ammo crate. When the cache is an ammo crate, you find that big chunky thing, and you're able to open it up.
I went on like a little hike with a buddy of mine, and we found a geocache, not even looking for it, and we didn't like open it or anything.
Oh.
But I was like, oh yeah,
yeah,
I forgot people do that.
Yeah.
And it was an ammo crate. Funny enough.
Yeah, those are pretty watertight usually, so
yeah,
that's why they use them. But oh geez, yeah, I you pointed it out. I didn't even realize, but yeah, I talk a lot.
Oh no, that's all right. Please talk away.
Just want to make sure it's like, even. But whenever we could scrounge up enough money, we would get together though in those high school days, and we'd party if we could, and it was usually for like birthdays or something like that. And,
right.
Or like the 4th of July or whatever. I didn't have a job for most of high school. Or for at least a good half of it, so I wasn't really able to get like I wasn't really able to do it commonly, but when we did, it went hard. We had a good time.
Nice.
We had a bit of a community. Yeah.
What was I'll start with you first, Sugar, and then I'll have you answer second. How do I say your name? Kalitor?
Clytor.
Clytor? Okay.
Yeah, Clytor. Yes.
What was your like best moments like hanging out together?
Honestly,
Actually,
one thing that was my absolute favorite was basically just when we went to in our town we have an arcade, and we went to an arcade on my 18th birthday, and that was a lot of fun. And I had never
nice.
done that before, and so yeah.
Nice. All right, what about you?
Yeah. Oh. On my 18th birthday, funnily enough, I think it was my 18th. So my dad used to work at the university that I'm currently going to. And with him as a connection, we were able to make a LAN party on campus using a spare room. So we all brought our computers down to this room, and the university has like 5 gigabit or something like that. It's, like they have, enterprise level equipment there, and we all hooked ourselves up to this switch that none of us would be able to afford. And it was
like a 28 port
fantastic.
Ethernet switch, wasn't it?
Yep.
Like a server rack
just
kind of thing.
Yeah.
And they were brand new. We had just the university had just barely made this big couple $1 million order of these switches, because they were replacing all of them on campus. And we put he slaps one of these down, and we all hook up to it, and we have the most extraordinary internet ever. And we play LAN. We play on a LAN party, and it was so fun.
What did you guys play?
One of my
We played Unreal Tournament. I don't remember which one. Was it 2004?
It was the remastered of the 99 version. It was it was a game special to me, so I was like, all right, everybody, we're gonna LAN party on Unreal Tournament, because that's like the retro option, right? That's like when you LAN party. You think of or when you think of a LAN party, you think of an old arena shooter like that. And
we also did do Sven co-op.
Sven co-op. Oh yeah. I don't think I'm not sure if we actually truly played LAN on that, but
well, no, because we had somebody that was outside playing it because they wanted to play really bad.
Right,
Yeah,
that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It didn't matter because we had 5 gigabit, but so Sven, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but it's just a Half-Life or a Black Mesa mod. That effectively
It's a Half-Life mod.
Or
it's just it's so you can play
Half-Life, Sorry.
Yeah, you can
Black
play
Mesa's the
Half-Life
remake
and
thing.
Yeah. You can just play Half-Life with multiplayer and co-op in it. Thus the name Sven co-op.
Yeah. Okay, I've heard of that.
And there's no limit to the amount of fucking people, so you could just flood these single player levels with just so many people. And I don't know if you know much about Half-Life, but that game is so fucking janky. And
so how many people, including both of you, were connected to this Switch?
I want to say 10?
9, 8, 10?
Oh, maybe? I think at most 10, but it wasn't a lot.
That's still a group. That's still a group.
I'm a little
of
bit
people.
of an introvert, but I did invite the whole group to do it, and I was really happy that everybody was willing to haul their PC and monitor and their peripherals out to our campus and just set it up there. It was a lot of setup for everyone.
Yeah.
A setup that was normal for millennials probably, but just Gen Z doesn't really experience that.
Right.
But so because playing games together is so effortless now, but that was normal back in the day. To get good connection, you showed up to your friend's house with your machine.
Right, and you
So,
played through a
yeah.
local access network.
Yep.
That was the
My
way.
parties was awesome. But yeah, that's like that probably takes the cake for like my favorite moment of those times.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for going out of your way and coming here and chat with me. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for being a first in VR, this is a little crazy, won't lie. Being in a podcast the first time I get in a lobby.
Dude, I'm telling you, it only gets crazier.
It does. This is mundane. You'll look back on this in like 5 months and be like, oh, that was like cool, but what the fuck am I looking at right now? And it'll be someone like, it'll be like two furries like fucking each other in a corner or something. So
Yep. Oh, I wanted to tie this all together. There's one little thing. That group is no longer really together. You know, we all split up. We all have lives with like, you know, jobs and stuff, and it's just we all kind of have our own different interests. People change, right? And unfortunately, you know, as we said, that server's, you know, split up. And you know, high school, and when you only have like, in Sugar's situation where he only has his work, there's not a whole lot of people to talk to. So, hence why we are here. Hence why I am showing MBR.
Yeah.
And hence why we're trying to socialize in the first place. And that's like, hopefully the end goal is that there's a community that, you know, I can at least introduce them to have, you know, more people to talk to. So
absolutely.
Yeah, that's kind of the full circle.
if I could give you my old man advice, even though I'm only a year older, it would be that don't do your best not to dwell on the past, like, and I guess think about what could have been, because every friend group that gets out of high school does this, where they split up, you know, and you could have 3, 4, 5 more friend groups, whether it's in person or in VRChat, where you get together and you make a friend group and then those split, you know, like it's gonna happen no matter what, you know. And I think the easier you can, I guess, accept that, I think the more I think you'll value your friendships while you guys are in the moment, you know.
Yeah, I think seeing friend groups as like a transition rather than just like a constant is, I think, the best way to think about it. Kind of like in like a, like, maybe not like, you know, every friend is going to be, you know, like a in and out kind of thing, but like, you know, but like when a friend group eventually kind of falls out, I feel like instead of like, you know, sitting on that, you can kind of be like, hey, that's a new opportunity for you to reach out to new people and try something new, you know. So yeah.
But yeah, it was great talking to you guys. I'm glad that you guys have each other, and
Yeah,
thanks.
And it's I'm happy to say that I have her, because, well, it seems like all my other friends have just like gotten in relationships and then I never hear from them again.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yep.
It's the way of the world. People grow.
Yeah.
People grow up. People go and they go off and do their own thing for sure.
And I kind of thought to myself, well, if everyone else is gonna do that, then I guess I might as well. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, I wish you guys the best, and I'm sure I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
I didn't expect to be in a podcast tonight, but I mean, it's still cool nonetheless.
Absolutely.
And and I hope your channel takes off. Maybe you'll be the next
if it
big
does,
hit.
if it does, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Who cares?
Yeah, we're gonna become famous. Yep, that's gonna be it. You're gonna become famous, and so is everyone you talk to. Yep,
Yeah,
that's how
exactly.
it's gonna work.
But that's not the part that matters. The part that matters is if you enjoy doing it. That's what matters.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, I will see you guys later.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you have a good night.
You as well.
Or day.
We're there. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Practically a Podcast. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. If you like what you witnessed, make sure to follow me wherever you're listening to this, whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. My YouTube is JakePhobia Guy. My Instagram is JakePhobia. My TikTok is JakePhobia. And my Twitch is Practically a Podcast, which should change to JakePhobia or JakePhobia Guy at some point. Sharing the podcast is the best way to support the show. And if you are on VRChat, make sure to join the Practically a Podcast VRChat group. And let me know if you have any stories you'd like to share with me. If you have any friends that have any stories that they'd like to share with me, send them my way. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you in the next one.